Greetings. This is Scholar Saunders seeing what's current. I'm wrapping up this Hitler thing. I wanted yesterday to be my evaluation of the train wreck that was the presidential debate. I just wanted to, voice my opinion on that, and I think that was a lot of bait for anybody that has a show on various platforms. So I wanted to get to that. So I'm back to the Hitler train, at least until the 1st of July. 1st of July, I'm hopping off that train. I'm hopping on something else going on. Probably go back to hip hop and R&B and all that good jazz. But this show, I just want this to kind of be more relaxed. This isn't a specific speech. This is just, what I just in my mind. I'm stupid. I just thought of this as a show to highlight the conspiracisms that went on behind Adolf Hitler. All right. There we go. All the conspiracisms that go beyond for Adolf Hitler. Now, there's a show called Hunters, and that's a very, striking show. It's very flashy. It's got great production value. Substance-wise, it's kind of stretched because they have too many characters, and you're trying to follow which one is which and who is who. But overall, it's about a C minus, C plus, something like that. C minus to C plus, somewhere in there. It's not awful, but it's not all that good either. But I think that it has a great deal of just thoughts about ideas, just ideas and thoughts about what happened to Hitler. All right, get my like in early. Riles says salute to Riles. He's got a long name, so I just call him Riles. He knows what I'm talking about. And finally talk back to you on the live chat. But anyway, so there's all kinds of theories and conspiracisms, because let's make the distinction between a conspiracy theory and a conspiracism. A conspiracy is something that is possible but improbable. A conspiracism is something that's almost completely like bullshit, almost completely just made up, not even close. You have some of the facts, but you don't have all the facts together. So you kind of just you're hanging in the wind, with a conspiracism. So I'm going to be exploring conspiracisms because they're just more interesting to me, because you get the idea. Charles 13X checking in. Scholar, stop ignoring my comments on one of your day ones. I'm not ignoring your comments, sir. I haven't even seen you say. I'm talking to you right now. I'm not ignoring your comments. You haven't done anything against me, or you haven't caused any problems. I won't even put you in timeout or cancel you or block you or anything if there were. So Charles 13X, excuse me. I don't know what you're talking about, but if I have offended you, I'm glad you brought it to the table, because this is the first time I've seen you in a few days, actually. Charles 13X. So salute to you, sir. Pardon me if whatever the case may be. Pardon me. Pardon me allegedly, because I don't think I did anything wrong. I don't remember saying, "Oh, Charles 13X, man, forget him. He ain't nothing." I didn't do that. So, all right, one of the greatest conspiracisms ever to come out of all of the Adolf Hitler lore is the fact that the idea, the conjecture that he didn't even die in 1945. That he did not commit suicide, and oh my God, I unsubscribed from your channel for some reason, but I subbed again. Thank you, Charles 13X. Thank you. I don't know where you're going there for a minute there. I know what you were saying, but yeah. So that he fled the country, fled Germany, and he went to. See, I don't know about that. They do the message retracted. I don't know. I have no control over that. I don't know why it says message retracted, but I don't know. Anyway, so it has been alleged that he took a boat ride, or maybe even a plane ride over to South America, to Argentina to be exact, and lived out to his age to his 70s or 80s. I call bullshit. I just don't believe that happened. I mean, they intimate that, they question that, they say, well, maybe this could have happened. No, I just call that bullshit. He offed himself. He put one in his mouth and did the Lord's work. That was all for Hitler. A lot of people say that. Some continue to say that he did this. And like I said in this show, Hunters, I think it's on Amazon, produced by Jordan Peele, among others. He definitely shows himself to be what are the words? I guess just like imposter. I don't know. I guess it's an imposter. Just giving that idea of like oh yeah, I know Adolf Hitler. He was at a cafe and he was sitting in the back having a coffee. He was having a cafe au lait. He was having cafe con leche. Yeah, he swat. Charles Turkey next. Make sure you keep your posts together. I don't know why they have messages retracted, but thank you for posting. I don't know why they did you retract them? Because I didn't. I'm not touching anything. He swallowed a cyanide pill. I think he swallowed 2 cyanide pills and they still didn't work. And he offed himself. He blew his brains out. I think it was. I think he shot himself in the head. He gave himself pistol mouthwash. Something like that. I met Saddam Hussein at Times Square. He was homeless, but 100% Saddam Hussein. What year? What year? Let me know what year, Charles 13X. Let me know what year. If it's past 2006, it's all bullshit. 2021. I love it. This is a conspiracism. That's a complete conspiracism. They hanged that man back in 2006. They hanged Saddam Hussein in 2006. And that's we can go on that tangent a little bit. We can talk about Saddam Hussein. We're going to talk about how we can enter any dictatorship, without question, and rule over them and rule over the dictator and depose him of his position of power. That's what we can do. I mean, we have the absolute right to do that. That's what Ayn Rand said. I should have took a picture. Yeah, you should have took audio, picture, video, everything. Because I don't believe that for a hot second, sir. But yeah, so yeah, they contend that he was in and amongst the Argentinians, amongst other. I think it's true. I think it is true for some National Socialist leaders and some of the party members. They actually did flee to Argentina. I think that is true. Let me make 100% sure. So they were called National Socialist Havens. During the 1930s is a article called "The Perfect Hideout: Jewish and National Socialist Havens in Latin America." During the 1930s and 40s, Latin America became a perfect place for exiles from Europe to find shelter, not only Jews fleeing persecution during the war, but for National Socialists escaping persecution as war criminals. In 1933, following the National Socialist accession to power, 10% of the German Jewish population, 53,000 people, as well as 10,000 Germans who were not Jews, fled the country, creating the first wave of immigrants. The rise of the National Socialist regime forced more people to consider fleeing to other continents. By October 1941, it is estimated that 500,000 Jews had managed to leave National Socialist occupied territory. In the search for solutions to escape National Socialist Europe, thousands of people eventually immigrated to South America on tourist visas. Traditionally, the Americans were viewed as lands of economic prosperity and traditional immigration. In order to get a visa for South America, it was also common to pretend to be a farmer or convert to Catholicism. Excuse me. A number of consuls and officials sold documents at high prices. However, National Socialist propaganda also fueled anti Semitism already present in South America, which resulted in most of the countries eventually having more and more restrictive immigration policies. The post-war period saw a new wave of immigration to the continent. This time it was National Socialists fleeing Europe to avoid facing trials. Latin America appeared to be a good place to hide. Most of them would end up living their lives there, sometimes without even changing their names. Others, like Adolf Eichmann or Klaus Barbie, were eventually caught by the Mossad or National Socialist hunters. So there really were National Socialist hunters. I did not know that. I did not know that. That's news to me. That's news to me. I just thought that was fiction. I thought that was pure. Okay, this is like the what do they call it, the pilot episode in Pulp Fiction. The people, the explosive expert, the martial artist, the weapons, the pistols expert. And they all form a team. Everybody has their own role. That's what I thought it was. That's what I thought it was. There must have been actual hunters that were tracking down these National Socialists that fled to places in South America, especially. So I think it's like it's just weird. It's a weird thing to really examine and to understand, because it's such. It's not ancient history. Literally, it's not ancient history, but it's very old. Some people are still alive. Some people are still alive from that era. Holocaust survivors and are still alive. They're in their 90s and hundreds, but they're still alive. And some of them are more capable of forming sentences and have clarity and more cogent ideas and boldness and persuasiveness than Joe Biden. So they obviously can have their sway over things, but it persists. The whole idea of the Argentinian haven, it's true to an extent. Like it stops with Adolf Hitler. He did not get the chance to go to Argentina. He did not live out a splendid life in a wonderful setting. Taking in the beautiful air from surrounding him, and the sea air from the Atlantic. He did not get that choice. He didn't have that opportunity. He blew his thoughts. He blew his mind out in a bunker. But that's what we have to have now, though. If I must go to another aside, we have to have the point where our leaders are able to crush our enemy, so that they're running into a bunker and they're swallowing cyanide pills and blowing their brains out. That's the kind of capacity we have to have. And that's the kind of thing we lost. We lost that. We lost our edge after the 40s. We said, oh my God, we really did that. It was a guilt trip. After the bombs fell in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which weren't as terrible as Tokyo and Dresden in a lot of estimates, it was just the fact that we used, oh my God, atomic energy. Oh my gosh, we use nuclear weapons. Oh my God, this is crazy. Yeah, so many people died. Like, it was the sensationalism behind it. That's what it was. It was a sensational act, and so we just ran with it. We just felt that it was something, and that's the key word, felt. We felt. We didn't think. We felt our way around that. And then, of course, we had wars in Korea and Vietnam, and that just weakened us and worse and worse. And September 11, 2001 hit, and that was like it. That's the opening to the century, the opening to the millennium, because it really wasn't even year 2000. Year 2000 was just like a placeholder, because there was no year 0, but there was year 1. So year 2001 was the actual beginning of the century, the actual beginning of the millennium, actual beginning of the decade. There's a lot of beginnings, but we don't realize that. So that's my just aside, you know. But Adolf Hitler, he was just a loudmouth, well-dressed thug, as Mr. Troy Terrain has stated in his book. And he definitely did not exude the proper way of being a human being. And he led people to think that. They actually thought it. That's the thing. They didn't just feel it. They thought it. That's why he was elected, or he was put in position. He was voted for. You know, they didn't force their way into, power. He was appointed, I think, at one point, and then he was totally voted in for his position. And the Jewish problem, or the Jewish question, the Jewish question, that's what he says. And then the Jewish solution, I mean, it's just maniacal. It's completely maniacal, megalomaniacal, everything you can think of. Awful. People that reach that level of power are cherry picked. Charles 13X. I think you're right. You're right, because I read a little. I saw some videos, and they said like the chancellor was actually died or something, or he was very sick, and Adolf kind of like just stepped up and stepped in his place. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Get in your comment sections and your everything. You use your comment fingers. I should have took a picture. Is that the one you're saying? Read the comment before the last one. I see. I should have took a picture. That's the last question. That's the last comment you put, Charles 13X. That's the last one I see. But it's a complete conspiracism, and it has no merit, no basis in reality, none whatsoever, not even close. What about now? No. No, it's the same thing, sir. It's the same. Just type in whatever you're going to say. Just type in what you want me to read. I'll read it on the on air. With 3 people watching, 2 likes. I feel like I'm in a baseball game. We got 3 on, 2 likes. Stepping up to the plate. But yeah, so it's very, very, very goofy. These conspiracisms are horrible. They're terrible. Because they make the facts seem like they're not real. It's just like, I'll give you another example. The lunar landings, conspiracism about that. And I can go back in time. The pyramids weren't so great. They're not great architectural, achievements. They were built on the back of slave labor, most of them, or if not all of them. But they're feats. They're still feats of human activity. Let's just say that. They still had to put together something that was geometrically and methodically created. So, and not because of aliens and bullshit like that. People saying, "Oh, well, aliens made the pyramids." Come on, nigga, wake up. Wake up, nigga. That's from the late great Paul Mooney. He talked about that. Space people made the pyramids. And like I said, it's not like there's some great achievement. They're a feat of human activity, but they're not great architectural achievements. And I don't know what the hell Charles 13X is doing. Message retracted. What is happening? All your messages are being retracted, sir. I don't know why. But anyway, make sure you tell 3 or 4 people about me. Don't tell 5 or 6. You know the reason. I'm goofy. Got the hat. Got the gold tie. Got the black shirt. He didn't exist. He was a United Kingdom M16 cooperative. Woo! Are you talking about Adolf Hitler? He didn't exist. He was a United Kingdom M16 operative. Don't you mean M6? I think it's M6, sir. To be correct, just be on correct. But yes, that's a conspiracism. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Keep flowing. I got a few, already, but that's one of them. That's a conspiracism. That is definitely apparent. That definitely keeps people talking, keeps people saying things, But like I was gonna say about the lunar landing. That was in a basement in a Hollywood studio or something like that. They just did that because it's like, really, you send a rocket ship up into a rocket into the air, and it goes into space, and then it orbits the moon, and then they land on the moon, and all this is on television, all documented, and all from different places, and Neil Armstrong hops off of his lander and says the famous, if one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. I mean, come on. You take that as bullshit, really? But oh yeah. September 11th, 2001. Oh yeah, what happened to Building 7? Building 7, that was definitely they exploded that. Definitely that, like, they'll believe that bullshit. They'll believe Adolf Hitler moved to Argentina, that kind of bullshit. That is not right. Those are conspiracisms. Conspiracy theories have an element of truth to them. JFK, another example. There were multiple shooters. There were 3 or 4 people that were actually shooting from multiple angles and stuff like that. It's like, it's complete bullshit. Where are the facts? Where's the certainty? Where are the substantive evidence that backs up those erroneous claims? Where are they? I want to know. Because Adolf Hitler did not die in Argentina. He died in Germany. He died in Europe, in a bunker, like a coward that couldn't go any further, like a little rat trapped in, and it took literally took the rat bait, and then when that didn't work, he just said bang and knocked himself off. So I think it is imperative that we search through history, search through reality, search through truth, search through what I think people will recognize as what is the basis of facts and reality. That's what's going to sustain us. That's what's going to keep us grounded. It's going to keep us rational. Use our minds, our brains. We only get one brain, and Hitler got rid of his way back when, 1945. I have 4 people in here with 2 likes. Where are the 2 likes? Hit that like button. 2 likes. I need 2 more likes, so it's 4 and 4. I like that. I like that symmetry. 4 and 4 right now. And tell more people about me. All right, 3 and 3. I'll take that too. All right. 3 and 3. So trying to get to 10,000 and 10,000. Just imagine 10,000 people watch me at this time. Shit. Man, listen. Shit. Yeah, Hitler really did not do that. That is a conspiracism, not a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory has an element of truth. It can be debunked. It may not be true, but conspiracism are completely just out of left field, batshit crazy kind of goofy stuff like that. Charles 13X says Trader Joe's was ran like a concentration camp during the pandemic. Give me an example, sir. I see 4 people here, 4 likes. I like that. Okay, we're rolling on a Saturday. Usually I don't get this much on Saturday. I wait for the rebroadcast. But give me some more information about Trader Joe's. Charles 13 asks, what was with Trader Joe's? How does it run like a concentration camp during the pandemic? It's a free market, privately owned, as far as I know, corporation or company owned by Jeff Bezos, who owns also Amazon and the Washington Post. Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking about Whole Foods. Excuse me. That was my fault. Sorry. I always mix up Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. Excuse me. That was my fault. My bad. I take blame for that. Trader Joe's, I don't know who owns Trader Joe's. I want to look that up. Trader Joe's. Look that up. Joe Columbi. He's the founder. Is he still alive? He's still around? No, he died maybe of COVID. I don't know. It says February 28, 2020. He died in 89. He died right before COVID really hit, kind of. But Trader Joe's is in 1967 has 571 stores in the United States. I learned about Trader Joe's, I think, when I was in California. But tell me, you have to let me know. I'm filling time. He not reading my shit because he knows it's true. What are you talking about? I just said it. I just said Trader Joe's was ran like a concentration camp during the pandemic. I said that like 6 times. Who's he? He not reading my shit because he knows it's true. What's popping, y'all? Duck Steady. Salute to you, sir. My Cash App is at the top, as you can see. All of you, you want to ask questions. If you want to ask a question, it's $5, and everything else is free. But the first question is $5. That goes to my Cash App. Good to see you too, sir. Salute. Do you have any conspiracies about Adolf Hitler? Talking about he went to Argentina, lived with the Latin mommies. He got some brown skin, big booty, long hair, sexy women. Or did he not? Baja Jackson, salute, sir. I don't even gotta say where my Cash App is. With Baja Jackson in the house. Hold on. And everybody coming in. Wizard, Sky scared. Scared of what? What am I scared of? Sky scared of what? I ain't never scared. I'm everywhere. You ain't never there. Why would I ever care? Pound for pound, I'm the best to ever come around here. Who said that? Son of the Sun. Where's Son of the Sun? Okay. I'm reading it. Here we go. Trader Joe's employees walk around with wooden paddles and box cutters, intimidating customers. The company is wicked. Is this still like that? Is it still like that? Thank you, Baja Jackson. Baja Jackson took the number from 160 to 159. I mean, 161. Well, hold on. Oh, God damn. 151. He donated $9. So goal for today is thank Baja. Yes, that's right. Wizard is right. Jay-Z, that's right. Do you take EBT? I do not take EBT. Your man's is wild, and Trader Joe's is a good store. I'm just reading his comments, so he doesn't say I'm scared and I'm not reading his comments. I'm reading everybody's comment. Whenever somebody says something, I make sure they get their their due. Unless you're somebody with a BS name, I will not mention. But yeah. Duck Steady says, "LOL, Wizard." Charles 13 asks, Trader Joe's food is trash. Okay, you're going from the employees carrying weapons around to now the food is trash. I mean, if they carry around wooden paddles and box cutters, isn't that for freight and stuff like that? I carried around a box cutter when I was in Burlington Coat Factory because I had to open up boxes. So I don't know what you're talking about. Charles 13X says, "I ain't the one that said you were scared." Wizard said I was scared. He talking about Son of the Sun. He meant Dex Steady. He meant the Waffle House. That was funny. That was a good one. That was good. So, with the box cutters, yeah. And he said, "LOL." Yeah. I kind of hate LMAO, LAO, LOL. I kind of hate that too. I just put ha 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 ha. That just shows you I'm laughing. LOL is weird because we know what LOL means now because it can mean anything. It can be low on liquid. It could mean a lot of things, but we know it means laugh out loud. Ha ha ha. Okay. I'm from back when. What's back when? You talking about like to the 60s? How far back? Sky, what are you buying with your SSI this month? Coke, whores, the same. Up my nose, out my hose, That was a freebie. You didn't put a question mark on it, but I just thought that was funny how you phrased that. What am I doing this month with my SSI? You need to put $5. Everybody needs to be more like Baja Jackson. He's got a wrench because he put in money and time and effort to be witty and clever and has a great show. So make sure you all invest in Baja Jackson. Look for his show on YouTube. It's B Jackson 5478. Late 80s and beyond. Okay, so Duck said you're an OG. You understand the parameters, the guidelines, the cost of living, the different ideas that surround living life and different spots probably around the world. So I appreciate you. Get you a refurbished MacBook off Amazon. No, I'm getting a brand new MacBook if anything. Probably in the next few months. We'll see. But it's working. I'm on my MacBook right now. That's how I can see I can type in the chat. You need to take EBT. No, you need to take yourself to an employment office, get a temp job, take that money, double it on another job, put that money into a savings account, and then a Roth IRA. I'm giving you game right now. I'm giving you money game. I'm giving you good game. Flip that, take that money, and then invest it into your own property. Get like 20 to 80 acres of land, and then build up on that property and get money from it. You'll get money every month. You'll get like $20,000 to $30,000 a month, just based on whatever property is developed on there. I know you're trolling, but I'm telling you the truth. That's what I plan to do. I'm saving my money right now for that. No, I didn't do that, but that's what my idea. I just saw that on my Navy Fed. My Navy Fed, they have an IRA account. You have and then you have like a savings boost account. Then you just have a regular savings account. But there's all kinds of different ways you can make more money. Okay, you guys are going fast now. When is the next free show? Next free show? Damn, you know what? I'm gonna make this a free show. F it. I said that. I said that on the weekends. It's gonna be free shows, but I'm just trying to get this money, y'all. I'm just trying to get paid. I spent money today. I spent like $30 on some Jimmy John's. It was good though. And it surprised me because I had the fire. This isn't a promotion or is it advertisement, but I had the firecracker wrap. It was banging, and I thought it was gonna be hot. It was pretty mild for me. For me, maybe I need something, fire and like, woo. Let me need something to drink, and I do need right now. Yes, that's good. I'm all right. Did you do that? No, I did not do that. I keep hearing people say that on YouTube. Yeah, but people keep saying what on YouTube? I got Navy Federal as well, and I'm building my credit. Okay, that's what's up. That's what I'm doing too. That's why I need your donations, donations, donations. That's what I respect about that. That's what I feel. So that's all I'm saying. I have to get those donations. But yeah. So if you got Navy Federal Wizard, that's good. Were you in the military, or somebody in your family was in the military? Where'd you get it from? Let me know. In the meantime, this is the second half of the show. So I want to go a little crazy. I want to get like, I'm not trying to make fun, but I'm just saying these are how conspiracisms work. There was conspiracy that Adolf Hitler went to Argentina, but it lived amongst, unsuspecting Jews. There was no like national television. There was no, there were no, space for radio, even from listen to one of his broadcasts. But he fit in amongst the Jews. That's a conspiracism, kids. It's a complete conspiracism. That's like complete bullshit on a level that is completely terrible. Like, it's awful. But it's a conspiracism. It's something that says, hey, wait a minute, could this have actually happened? Hell no, but we can still talk about it. We can still going back and forth about it and see what it's really about. What is this really about? So that is the thing. So he went into a haven, a center where there were mainly Jews, and he just walked amongst them very humbly, very quietly. He shaved off his mustache. He cut his hair down low, real low. He probably may have even shaved his head. He got rid of all his swastikas and different paraphernalia that related to not the National Socialist program. And he did the damn thing. He just continued. He just went on. That's bullshit. That's complete and utter bullshit. Like, if you believe that, I would suggest you go to my doc, my head shrinker, a shrink. You're going to need one, because that's ridiculous. That's not even ridiculous. That's abhorrent. That's horrific to say something like that. I mean, but people say things like that. People say it about so many other things. I mentioned from Egypt to America. JFK, the lunar landing, not September 11, 2001. All these things have had Well, what if they did? Well, the plane hit on such a side that it crumbled, and the heat actually didn't burn it. It was actually because there were bombs inside the building and they exploded. And it's like, come on, man. Why the bullshit? Why? Don't have the bullshit. Don't do it. Leave it alone. Put that bullshit down. Put it down. You don't need it. It's corrupting your brain. There are people that are, flipping pages, writing, essays, and writing down, typing up, different WordPress pages, talking about, Hitler was, escorted, outside of the bunker. They thought that he blew his brains out. They thought he swallowed the cyanide pills. Actually, he was escorted out. Another conspiracism. Osama bin Laden. They flushed him out in the toilet, essentially, like the late great Patrice O'Neill. He said, Karen, why did you, like, from the movie Goodfellas? Remember when she put the coke down the toilet and she flushed it? Karen, what did you do? What did you do, Karen? Why did you do that? Like, that's what happened with Osama. I always mess up Obama and Osama, so correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me when I'm wrong. So Osama was, essentially, literally flushed out into the ocean. His body, and they said, well, it's a ritual for Muslims that we have to do that because of the way they are, That's the way that they die when if they're upon a ship or something. I don't remember the exact reasoning behind all of that, but it goes along those lines. So, but people were like, man, I just wanted to, see him in shackles, spat upon, beaten, ripped apart, just completely take him off his dialysis machine, see how far he gets. Like that's what people were rooting for. The victims and the families of the victims, the fatalities of the people that died and on September 11th. They really wanted, some people were, just glad, knowing that he wasn't going to be a force in the world anymore. And there has to be conspiracies about him still, that he's still walking around somewhere in Pakistan or in Dubai or United Arab Emirates. It's just that real. That's how far we've come. We've come to this point. But we have to say, yeah. He definitely walking around still. Yeah, Osama, Osama's definitely walking around. I know it because that's why they say they flushed him. They said no, he was actually shot in the head, and they brought him out and they took him on the helicopter. They took him to I think they took him onto the watercraft and did away with his body, all ritualistically. Like it was like and by protocol. So, Hitler, Jewish haven, completely humiliated, completely annihilated. He probably wouldn't have lasted too long anyway. Even let's just say the conspiracism is true. How long would he have lasted? He couldn't have lasted too long. He couldn't have lasted past 1947. Like he couldn't have passed that long. He couldn't have. It would have been impossible. It would have been completely impossible for him to continue to have his vicious and evil reign upon the people of the world. And that's one thing that struck me as well, because in his speeches that I remember he's talking about his speeches when he was talking about how, this is Germany. This is Germany. It's all about German people. It's German. And he'd be like, well, and there's other places in Asia and other places in the Americas, and they're okay. But I really want Africa for all its minerals and precious stones and its nutrients and everything like that in the ground, and found oil. I really want to command Europe because I can expand my vision of doing away with all the Jews. It's like that horrific, vicious, disgusting viewpoint could not have survived. I mean, it was amazing how he even had enough, I'm going to say gumption or just, because it's not really balls or a spine or a mind. He just had gumption to even lead people even to think that Jews were evil or vicious or less than human or subhuman or something sick like that. That's where it gets to my soul, my mind, my essence, my being, is that the Jews deserved a hell of a lot more than somebody that, went to Argentina and missed out on all that, missed out on being captured or killed or committing suicide. Wizard says, I finessed my way into Navy Federal. I love the $500 overdraft. How did you finesse your way to Navy Federal? Okay, in my opinion, the money that they give to the migrants should go to wounded veterans. Okay, I feel like people who come back from war with missing body parts should get at least $50 to $100K a month. This is where it gets goofy. This is why I'm going to get goofy. I am receiving this money as a part of Ayn Rand's essay. She had an essay called the question of scholarships, and she's somebody was asking her should she receive government scholarships and for her schooling. And Ayn Rand was just saying how, well, if it's existing, use it. If it exists, you can't really in this mixed economy that we already have, use every advantage and every tool you can possibly get, and that goes with everything from government assistance, government programs, government different things like that. Use them while they exist, because in a free market, they wouldn't need to exist. We would have so much money. There'll be no regulations or controls. Businesses will be able to make more money. There'll be no income taxes. There'll be really no forced taxes. We would have so much abundance of cash. It would be ridiculous. And I hope somebody hears me on this, because I really wanted to speak on this. Not on this, subject. I'm talking about Hitler, but since we're in the chat, I'm just responding to the chat. Oh, here we go, Wizard. Here we go. I would never fight in a white man war for minerals. Okay, that's complete bullshit, sir. Now that's a conspiracism that goes way back to the 18th century, when black people fought in every single war this country has fought in. Goddamn it, every single war, and they weren't fighting for the white man. They weren't even fighting for the black man. They were fighting for themselves. I was fighting for myself. I put up, I didn't literally get into combat, and I didn't, throw grenades and I didn't fire my rifle in anger. I didn't fight literally, but I was in the fight, recording the pilot's flight hours, and that's how they drop. What do the pilots do? They fly their little planes and like the Blue Angels and all and what are they called? Shows and different air shows. Is that all that they do? I think not. I think they're for dropping bombs and shooting missiles at people that hate us and are evil towards us. So that's what I was doing. I did it for my own selfish pleasure. And I said that. I said that from the jump. I said it before I even became a Marine. One of my a friend who happens to be a girl, not a girlfriend, but a friend, a girl or a female, a woman, a lady, so many things. She said, she asked me on the phone before I left for boot camp. I'll never forget. She's like, "Why are you doing this?" I was like, "I want getting money and benefits," and like I didn't know. I didn't know I was gonna get the extent of the money and benefits that I'm getting right now. I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I'm getting money tax free. The only tax I got to, the money from the government for the military is tax free. All of it is tax free. But I also get Social Security on top of that. The only tax I have to pay is Medicare. That's the only tax I have to pay. That's it. And I get paid $5,000 a month, which is not good, not really great, nothing, haha, woohoo. But it's good for me. I don't have to do too much. I don't have to flash on anybody. I don't have to stun on anybody. It's good for me. It's better than $0 a month. All right, Wizard says they should give you guys houses and y'all kids should go to college for free. Yeah. I say yeah. Like I said, if you are, I mean, I don't know about figures. I don't know how you work out. I don't know how they do the metrics and the mathematics of people that are have been blinded, have been castrated, have been their spinal column has been completely out of whack, and they don't have arms, they don't have legs, they don't have ear. They're missing hearing in their ears. They have horrific burn marks and injuries. I mean, that's possible. 50 to 100K. I don't know who does. I don't know who does mine. I think it's Congress. Congress comes up with the figures. I think for okay. Oh yeah, they get $3,700 a month. Yeah, give them that. They'll be all right. Yeah, 100% sure. Why not? Great. That'll work. It's sad. We moved on. We moved on to a different topic, but I want to go back to my topic of Adolf Hitler allegedly being in a Jewish uh, haven in Argentina. He was quietly living amongst other Jews. He was a Jew. He has Jewish lineage. I think everybody knows that. It depends on your overhead. Some people could blow 5K like it's nothing. Yeah, 5K in an hour, less than 2 minutes. 5K is nothing to a lot some people, and they can get it back, or they have enough stacked up that they have it. I have 3 figures stacked up. That's savings. 3 figures. I'm starting to save. I've gained money, but I blew it. I pretty much blew it based on these videos and on my writing. But I pretty much blew that money. How many houses you paint in the war if you catch my drift? Yeah, that's from that's from the Irishman. Like I said, I was never in combat. I never was deployed. I never even went overseas. I never did anything like that. I had a cushy desk job with air conditioning and a typewriter. That's all I remember. And opening the door and seeing multi-million-dollar aircraft. That just warmed me. I'm stupid. I'm corny. I'm whatever you can say. But I like that. The little kid in me was like, oh my God, that's a freaking Harrier. That's a Harrier jet right there. Like I'm working, in that space. That was crazy. So to answer your question, no, I did not paint any fences, paint any houses. I didn't paint any houses. I know people that painted houses. I know people that know people that know people that painted houses. Sure. People were in the thick of the shit. My recruiter was in the thick of the shit. So I'm sure he painted a few houses. To be honest with you. All right. Let me take a little time for the advertisements. My main man Pang, he's got wild sea moss. What is wild sea moss? It is nutrient dense food item that you can take in smoothies, milkshakes, and other kinds of concoctions. It can be in fruit infused ways that have a banana and other not banana, excuse me, mango and blueberry, among other different um, different fruit infused containers. So if you have enough time and enough money to be spending on something, you want to get this not free, excuse me. You want to get this sea moss. I'm like Joe Biden out here. I'm going crazy. But you want to get this sea moss and definitely tell them, go to lifestrongapparel.com, lifestrongapparel.com. Tell them that the Goofy Guy Sky Saunders sent you. Also, go to Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. SPIRITSMOOTHTUNES on YouTube. He's got Kim. He's got Najee. He's got Whitney Houston. He's got Peebo Bryson. He's got the Gap Band. He's got Rolls Royce. And if he doesn't have any of those, I know he has Kim. Definitely has Kim. If he doesn't have any of those that I listed, just listen to what he does have in his catalog, and you enjoy it. I see you, Black Cuddy. Salute to you, sir. I see you. So you have also Twitch dot focus, twitch.tv/dot focus, DOTFOCUS underscore. So twitch.tv/dot focus. And if you want to advertise, or if you wanted to get your wares on this show so I can promote them, holler at me at skyrlersaunders@gmail.com. If you want to sponsor or advertise, and you do that, you can pay me. I don't take it for free. Everybody that has advertised me has paid me already, triple figures. That's I can do. We can do considerations. It may not have to be triple digits, or it could be low triple digits. It could be higher triple digits, depending on whatever campaign you feel like doing. But I have Cash App, which is $SKYLERSAUNDERS1, Venmo at SKYLERIZED, and PayPal, paypal.me/SKYLERSAUNDERS. And I just had to get my salute to all my sponsors. I appreciate you. But yeah, so we really have to pay attention to this. We have to really pay attention to it, because, like Mr. Chorsaritarian says, if a lie is told enough, it can become the truth. A lie unchecked can become the truth. That's what he said. So we have to be very vigilant. We have to be very careful about the inundation of information that we receive, and how we can parse through it and see what's real and what's not, what's the truth and what's not, see how far we can go with what we have, see what we can do with what we don't have, and marry that, and kind of have a understanding of what is true and what is not. Because Hitler going to Argentina and just living his life out, having a great life, that's complete bullshit. Either way, him, leaving as a discreet National Socialist, or a converted Jew in a haven somewhere. I mean, these are the crazy thoughts that come from people. These are the absolutely wacky, weird, and awful ideas that people come up with in order to sound cool, I guess. I don't know, to sound like they know what they're talking about. Well, I have an authority. I have a history degree from Yale, and okay, so you have a history degree from Yale, but you obviously don't know history. If you're saying that Hitler lived out the rest of his days as a happy man in Argentina, and we all know that's bullshit, and we know the truth. We know he's a coward. We know he was a spineless, evil bastard that had to be wiped out from the earth, and that regime was wiped out. And that's the thing too. They knew they lost, and now Germany kind of went overboard. They went out, they restricted freedom of speech. You can't say Nazi, and you can't talk about the Holocaust. You have to say I'm going to America. Basically, America taking in. You can do the Nazi salute. You can say Heil Hitler. You can say I'm with the National Socialist Party, and America's like, as long as you don't hurt nobody. I mean, don't commit fraud. Don't commit anything that's injurious to anyone. Don't kill anyone. Don't shoot anyone. Don't murder anybody. Don't set anyone's house ablaze. Set anyone's church or a mosque or temple ablaze. But that is what I wanted to say. This is a part one. I'm gonna have part two tomorrow. I just want to let you guys know I appreciate Baja Jackson, especially for coming through with $9. If all of you guys in the chat just gave $9, I'll be a pretty happy man. I'm happy right now with $9, but I think it would be even more, of a impact if all of you just said, "Look, I'm just giving him $9. I'm gonna give him $9. I'm gonna give him $9." Just for the fact that I research and find out and discover things, that would be amazing. But it's not reality. Thanks for watching with me. Thank you for rolling with me. I appreciate everybody that came through in the chat. Charles 13X, I read all your stuff. I don't stop reading. And I appreciate you for coming to 13 for coming through. Appreciate it. Take care.